Hi everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. Today we will be exploring the artistic and creative side of things. So let me show you how to make chocolate edible dishes. This will add a lot of fun and pizzazz to any dessert or snack that you can dream up. So go ahead, use your imagination and come along with me and I'll show you how to make these. And this is quite simple and easy and more of a how-to thing than a recipe. You will need a few packages of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And I use sandwich baggies for decorating. It makes for a lot easier cleanup. And then I use plastic food wrap, either Saran or Glad, and tear off a few sheets of that. The size will depend on what you're covering. First I will use a mini loaf pan, and then take it and flip it over. Using your plastic wrap, you'll cover the bottom like this. And make sure that you have it as smooth as you can get it and then twist it so that it stays in place. Next I'm going to use a muffin tin and take it and flip it over once again and cover the bottom with Saran wrap. Now if you're wanting to do more than one, make sure you spread them out and do every other. Otherwise they stick together and it's a heck of a mess trying to get them off. And also lightly secure the edges with tape if you want to. Now I think I'm going to also do a plate. A plate like this one that has a little bit of a lip on it works quite nicely. This is a little easier to do than the smaller ones, but I did secure it with a bit of tape just so it wouldn't slide around on me. Then I'm starting with one package of semi-sweet chocolate chips and melting it in the microwave, and then melt for only 20 seconds at a time and check it and stir it. Don't overdo it. Then take it and pour it into your Ziploc baggie. I have it sitting inside of a measuring cup so that it'll stay firm for me. But the chocolate doesn't need to be hot, it needs to be just melted and that's it. And it's easier to decorate when it is not quite as runny either. You want it just a little bit on the thick side and just melted enough to squeeze it out through the bag. Then you take a pair of scissors and you cut the tip off of the one corner of the Ziploc baggie and you zigzag it back and forth like this and do whatever designs you want. And always make sure that your base is really nice and solid and that your edges are well connected together, so you have less chance of breakage. Once again, you're going to do that with the mini loaf pans as well. And be quite generous with the chocolate so that it is well supported. And it's more apt to stay together for you once it's dried. Now then, on to making a chocolate plate. Once again, you take the chocolate and drizzle it in whatever patterns you want. It doesn't matter, just back and forth, squiggly lines all over, and make sure it's generous with the chocolate and that the sides are well connected and the base is well supported. And you can keep going back over it until it looks like it's strong enough. Now I'll place these chocolate creations in a cool place to set until they're dry. Now I don't recommend putting them in the fridge because you want to avoid fat bloom. That's where the chocolate has a little bit of a white film on it. And after about 4 or 5 hours, then you can start removing the plastic and you have your creations all ready to go. The chocolate plate is great for serving snacks on. Then continue on by removing the plastic from the rest of the chocolate pieces. Be very careful not to break it when you're doing that, so if you have taped it down, be ever so gentle removing that. And if you do happen to break some, you can use those for decorations on top of your desserts. And I'm going to use the mini loaf shape to do a banana split in. So I'll just take a couple pieces of banana, make it fit, add a couple of scoops of ice cream, top it off with a little bit of whipped cream, and a maraschino cherry. And this is where you can have a lot of fun with these, because you get to eat the dish as well as the snacks or the dessert. It just adds a little extra touch. And while you're making them, if you have broken pieces, just use a little melted chocolate to repair it with, and add some of the broken pieces in. Now this is simply fresh strawberries with whipped cream in a chocolate dish with a chocolate accent on top. This one's simply bananas and strawberries together with whipped cream. Now these are just a few simple ideas. I hope you come up with some of your own, and it brings out the artistic and creative side of you. And enjoy entertaining your family and friends with these chocolate edible dishes. Thanks so much for watching today's episode.